Not the happiest with how my room looks right now. Granted, you can only see the shelf, uh, but it doesn't change the fact that I could be doing better. I should be doing better. That's okay. I wanted to do a quick check in before I had to hop in my car and head to work. It has been a very fast moving um, week and a half since I last posted. With work and the weekend prior, I filmed two episodes of my first two episodes of the podcast that I'm working on for the Apex Frequency brand, which is more so focused on health and wellness, but with a broader scope of beyond nutrition, exercise, how you can improve your health and physical aspects, but also applied to what improvements you can make in your life as a whole. If there are specific goals that you're struggling to achieve in life, such as in your relationships, in your interactions with your children or strangers, or if there's a specific um, career goal that you have in mind that you're struggling with. That's the type of consulting service that I really want to start pushing. I After the podcast was wrapped and we did episodes 1 and 2, which I'm really looking forward to um, sharing with everyone. I think it's really good content, and I learned a lot doing it, and I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to do it more often. Um, but one thing I kind of arrived at the determination of is that moving forward, at least for like the next couple of years, I feel that I'm going to be doing two separate brands simultaneously. One is Sean Fury, Apex of All Alphas guy, evolving man, but really offering fitness consultation services as the brand of Sean Fury. As you can see, I am making progress with the fat cutting for the third or fourth time this year. I would love to touch on that in a second, but just to finish my thought on the brands. So yeah, Sean Fury for like the next couple years will be strictly offering at least the type of content that's under the Sean Fury name will be fitness consulting, fitness centric, and everything in that world: nutrition, exercise, motivation, things of that nature. And then separately, the Apex Frequency is going to be more centered around dream achievement and what we have to do mentally and physically in order to actualize the dreams that we have or have always had. And that's really going to be the focal point for the Apex Frequency. And ultimately, I would like to blend both brands into one, where it just becomes mainly the goal of peaking humans. That's the best way to describe it. I want to peak as many humans as I can. I want to evolve and push humans to their levels of ultimate physique, ultimate mental capacity, spiritual influence, financial. I want to create, I want to help and facilitate the growth of human potential. That's absolutely what I want to do in my lifetime. That's 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 my passion. And this project that I'm working on, Apex of All Alphas, Apex Frequency, that is really the platform and the story that I'm using in order to fuel that passion. Circling back around to all right, so this is where I'm at, man. It's been a rocky road, uh, but this month I am committed to doing no sugar, low sodium, which has been pretty fun actually, all things considering. The reason why I've been liking it, and I think I even like it more so than other diets that I've done this year, And when I say I've done other diets, I've done pretty much every other diet besides, I have no idea what paleo means. I haven't done carnivore, but the ones I have done are keto, prolonged fasting, which I've talked about somewhat extensively, where I would do the 2 day fast and then binge eat. And the binge eat was not intentional. I do want to make that clear again. I was not binge eating out of control. It was a lack of self control, but I was still able to lose weight. Um, at the beginning of the year, it was a calorie restriction. Yeah, I've done it all. I've done everything, and interestingly enough, everything works as long as you are in a caloric deficit. Besides the prolonged fasting, which I don't think I was in a caloric deficit for the week, but instead there was something happening where, like I said before, I would fast for a day or two and then eat a shitload in like the span of a 2 hour time frame and then go back to fasting. And my suspicion is, and I really do want to do further research, is your body can't store, my body wasn't able to store the amount of calories I was consuming in that small time frame and then just going back to fasting again. What's interesting, and I think I'll post pictures maybe even in this video, is that, you know, I've gotten down to, my like typical weight when I'm not really doing anything diet wise or fitness wise, my typical weight floats between 196 to 200. And then when I'm start getting shredded and I start losing fat and stuff like that, I can, my average is like 181, you know, and then I'm in like optimal levels at like 176, 175. So what I did is I have taken pictures of getting to that 181 range throughout this whole process. I have a photo of myself at 183 when I was on the keto diet. I have a photo of myself at 181 when I was on the prolonged fasting binge eating diet. I have a photo of myself at 180 when I was just doing caloric restriction, getting all my macronutrients, carbs, proteins, fats, and just focusing on the deficit. And I gotta tell you, the caloric restriction diet, where you are just eating 500 calories less than you're burning, but still incorporating all of your macros, which is carbs, proteins, and fats. When I look at that photo compared to how I look at keto and how I look at the prolonged fasting stage, the differences are apparent. I look beefier, you know. I look like there's more energy in my muscles. They don't look deflated, as opposed to the fasting photo. I'm the same weight, but there's like a depletion in my muscles. You know, it just looks like I'm starved. That's the best way to describe it. It looks like I'm starving. Whereas here, and right now I'm at 188. So I'll obviously have to I'll make another video like a couple weeks from now when I'm back down to 183, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna look pretty similar to this, probably less fat in the stomach area, but because I'm focusing on no sugar and low sodium, I'm still getting my carbs in and I'm still able to, because one thing to keep in mind is that most of your body is comprised of water, and I'm having a difficult time remembering how glucose ties into that, but you gotta eat carbs if you want to have like the pillowy muscles, as opposed to the keto one, the keto photo that I have. There was like no fat. I mean, I was definitely losing fat, but there was still the the muscles weren't as puffy. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah, I think I will post all three photos just for like a quick side by side. But yeah, very interesting, very interesting. So anyway, progress is being made. Like I said, very busy work week. But it also is kind of humbling because I feel like the podcast went so well that this work week kind of occurred in a way to get me to focus on matters that are outside of my project, because I'm ready to go like full throttle. I want to start filming these podcast episodes on a regular basis. I want to start focusing on my consulting service in fitness and life consultancy. I'm really ready to go. I want to revise my website. There's just so much I want to do, and I see that in certain ways I'm not fully ready to just spread my wings and fly, which I understand and I accept. But then at the same time, I keep in mind that if I stay focused and I make all of the effort that's within me to make, so far as succeeding is concerned in my job and in my future career, then it will feel that much more rewarding when I have accomplished the things I have set out to do. So that is my check-in. We'll be working on episodes 1 and 2 editing-wise this weekend, and I look forward to uploading it onto my separate channel, which is the Apex Frequency. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So consider this a good what's up. I do want to start the process of creating more of an engagement or an interaction with people. So starting off right now, I want you to start, if you're still watching this, I want you to comment in the below section what your specific fitness goal is. And really what I want to do is I want to start making a check-in where you comment today and on this video, and in my next video when I post next week, let's get an update. Where are you from today? So if your goal is to hit, I don't know, if you're 216 and you want to hit 200, or let's make an even better goal, 216 and you want to get shredded, you want to get cut, you want to get to 180. Let's talk about where you are and the steps that you're implementing in order to hit that goal. I will comment back and give you some encouragement, see if there's perhaps some modifications that you can make in order to hit your goal more smoothly. And let's have a check back, a week from now when I upload my next video. That's really what I want to start getting in the habit of, is creating a dialogue with people. And ultimately, as I already said, if the goal is to push everyone towards their highest self, actualizing the highest form of their potential, then let's start now, and let's start creating that level of engagement where people can start thinking about it and focusing on the aspirations that I have for, honestly, the entire world. So yeah, there we are. Please like and subscribe, and again, comment down below what specific fitness goals that you might have, and let's start that conversation, see what we got to do to get there. All right, thank you all. We'll talk to you soon. Boom! Can't wait till I'm fucking 5%. I'm probably 9% right now, so we will see.